Last week we have started, actually last week was the second day of graphs lesson. I have asked you to try to solve these questions using the graph. This is actually the theory paper 1, right? So actually these are not question, these are just short essay questions, not MCQs, not essays, but short essay questions. They will help you to identify theory, to understand theory, right? So we have already solved these problems. We have already solved these problems, but I have asked you to try these questions to solve these questions using graph knowledge, right? You want to solve the questions using graphs knowledge, because we have solved all these problems using linear motion equations, right? Today, let's try to solve these problems using graphs knowledge, right? So let me read the first question. Let me move this up. Question number 1. The first question of theory paper. An object starts to move at rest along a straight line path with a constant acceleration for 10 seconds. The constant acceleration for 10 seconds. The displacement of the object for 10 seconds is 60 meters. Find its acceleration and final velocity. So object starts to move at rest and travels with the constant acceleration. So what kind of a graph that we should draw for this theory? Right. So let's try to draw the displacement time. Sorry, not the displacement time. Let's try to draw the velocity time graph for this. Right. So how do you represent constant acceleration here? So this is velocity. Let me use letter V for it. This is velocity. And this is time, T for time, and measured in seconds. Right? So constant acceleration, let me move this little bit here. Otherwise, you will not be able to see the things properly. Let me move it here like this. So this is the x-axis and y-axis. We want represents the constant acceleration. So its motion starts at rate. Therefore, graph should be start at the 0 point. So this is constant acceleration. This is how we represent constant acceleration. Everybody, please draw this graph here. Quick. Everybody, please draw this graph and mark this angle as alpha. Or theta, anything as you wish. If you want, you can mark this as theta or alpha, anything. So let me use theta. That's much easier. Draw it saying theory paper 1 within brackets graphs. So I'm going to solve the questions given under theory paper 1 by using graphs knowledge. I'm not going to use linear motion equations. We have solved all these problems using linear motion equations. Today, I'm not going to use any linear motion equation. Draw it. Did you draw the graph, dear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Time duration, they have given it as 10 seconds. Oh. They have given the time duration as 10 seconds. Right. So if I listen here, if I name these points as A, this is B, and this is C, right? So I can name the graph as ABC. So actually this AC line is the graph. AC line is the graph, right? So the time duration is 10 seconds. Therefore, length of AC line is 10. That's the point. Length of AC line is 10. We don't know the final velocity. An object starts to move at rest. It travels along a straight path with a constant acceleration for 10 seconds. The displacement of the object for 10 seconds is 60 meters. Find the acceleration and final velocity. So we don't know what the final velocity is. You see, we don't know this. Right? So therefore, let me mark the final velocity as V. Final velocity as V meter per second. Right. Listen, if this is V, what should be this height there? Can somebody tell me? Let me mark it first. Can somebody tell me what this height is?
V, sir.
It should be V. Very good. So because this is 0, so you increase the velocity as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. So final velocity is V. Therefore, this height should be V. If that height is V, what should be this height? Let me mark first. What should be this height? Lamai?
V, sir.
That should also be, because they are parallel, same height. So please mark those heights as V. So this is the graph. Actually, these two yellow color lines, I have just marked them to show you the triangle separately, but the graph means the AC black color line. Graph is the AC black color line. Okay, dear. Right. What is the equation? What's the formula that we use to find acceleration from a velocity time graph?
Tan theta.
Very good. Acceleration is the gradient. Gradient is here tan theta. What is tan theta according to ABC triangle here?
BC over AB.
Opposite side. Yes, BC over opposite side over adjacent side. So that is AB over BC over AC. But can we find anything? Don't write. Can you find anything from this? Do we know the acceleration? Don't write these things because we cannot find anything. Therefore, please don't write. Please wait. I'm asking, can we find anything from this equation, Lamai?
No, sir.
No, we can't find anything from this equation, but this is how we find the acceleration, right? So if you want, we can write two more steps, but we cannot find anything. So what is the other thing that can be used with velocity time graph here? What about displacement?
Area under the graph.
Yeah, displacement is equal to, very good. Displacement is equal to area under the graph. Area under the graph. So graph is the AC straight line. Area under the graph means area of ABC triangle. Graph is the AC straight line. Area under the graph means area of ABC triangle. Area of ABC triangle. So please start with this. Area of ABC triangle. right? We start with this because they have given us the displacement. If you check, right, they have given us the displacement. What is the displacement of this object here? For 10 seconds, displacement of the object is, yes, somebody?
60 meters, sir.
Very good. So as they have given the displacement, the best equation is this. So let's start with displacement is 60 meter, and that is equal to area under the graph. Area under the graph means area of ABC triangle. Please write them. And at the same time, can somebody tell me the equation that we used to find area of a triangle? What's the equation there?
Half into base into perpendicular height.
Half into base into perpendicular height. Very good. Half is half. AB is the base. Perpendicular height is BC. Right? From this, let me take 2 to the other side. So then it will be 60 times 2 equals 1 into AB. AB is 10. What is BC? Lamai, what is BC?
V, sir.
BC is V. Can you find V from this? Can you find V from this and send your answer to my Zoom chat right here? Find B from this and send your answer to my Zoom chat. Start. Okay, very good. Many of you have sent me the correct answer. So just take this 10 to the other side. So multiplication 10 goes to the other side as division 10. So this will be 60 times 2, and multiplication 10 comes to this side as division 10. So 60 times 2 equals, the other side you have only V. See, this 0 and this 0 cancelled out. 60, this 0 and the 0 of 10 cancelled out, only you have 6 and 2, right? So you have only 6 and 2, right? So finally, you will get V equals 6 times 2. So that is 12. So finally, we have found that velocity, final velocity of the object, or velocity after 10 seconds is 12 meters per second. Okay, dear? Complete it. And raise your hands up if you got this answer. Please raise your hand up in Zoom chat if you got this answer. Okay, nice. Excellent. Very good. Complete it, dear. Here in the triangle area, we have half into base into perpendicular height. So this number 2, I have taken to the side of 60. So it will be 60 times 2. Okay, dear. I have taken 2 to the other side. So it becomes 60 times 2. Only 1 will be there. Okay. Right? Shall we try to find the final velocity? Now, no, not the final velocity. We have found the final velocity. We want to find acceleration, right? Yeah. How do you find acceleration, Lamai? To find acceleration, we can use this equation. Acceleration equals tan beta. Tan beta means opposite side divided by adjacent side. That is BC divided by AB, right? So BC is 10. Sorry, what is BC, dear? Lamai?
12.
Yeah, that is BC is V. AB is 10. We have found V as 12. Am I right here? We have found V as 12. So that is 12 divided by 10. So what is 12 divided by 10?
1.2, sir.
So therefore, what is the acceleration? 1.2, right? In graphs, there is no method to show you their direction, right? You have draw figure, and if you want, you can mark the direction of velocity, direction of acceleration, direction of displacement. So on the graph, there is no way to mark any direction. You have draw figure. On the figure, you can mark all the directions. Right? Who got this answer? Acceleration equals 1.2 meter per square seconds. Please raise your hand up in Zoom chat. Okay, very good. Please write them all quickly. After that, we may go to question number 2. Right, so we have already solved these problems, I know, but this is a very good practice. I just wanted to show you that, and I want to show you that even these questions, even we have solved all these questions using linear motion graphs, linear motion equations, we can solve all these problems much easily using a graph section also. It's a good practice for you. Please write them all. Once you have written all these things, send me a message saying done, then I'll go to second question. Right, I think time is enough. Let's go for question number 2. If you want, you may take a screenshot. I'm going to erase everything and I'm going to discuss question number 2. If you want any more time to write the things, take a screenshot. Right, question number 2. Let me move this up. Right, now you're able to see it. And let me hide the other unwanted sections like this. And I think you have written this displacement case, right? So what is this? A rocket starts to move up with initial velocity 6 meters per second. It moves up with a constant acceleration and reaches to a velocity of 48 meters per second within 60 seconds. Find the acceleration, calculate the displacement for 60 seconds, right? So I will need this equation. So I will erase up to this. I will erase this word, right? I'll keep it somewhere here. And sometimes I will need that acceleration equals tan theta. So let me keep that equation also, right? Now, what is the shape of the graph there? What is the starting velocity? If I keep x-axis here and y-axis here, right? Okay, so time is this. Velocity is this, right? So what is the starting velocity? A rocket starts to move with the initial velocity of 6. Therefore, initial velocity is 6. So let me mark initial velocity is 6. Final velocity is 48. They have given the two velocity values. So velocity increases from, it's better if you use dotted lines, right? Instead of this brown color horizontal lines, the best thing is using dotted lines. But please wait until I draw the graph. Do not draw it, please wait. So initial velocity is 6. Initial velocity is 6. Final velocity is 48. Initial velocity is 6. Final velocity is 48. So velocity increases from 6 to 48. Can you hear me, dear? Everybody, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Is video clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you, dear. So velocity increases from 6 to 48 within 60 seconds. Actually, 60 seconds means 1 minute. Within 1 minute, velocity increases up to this much. Right? So, and it moves with the constant acceleration. So constant acceleration, velocity with the motion starts at 6, ends at 48, and it should be a constant acceleration. You see, it's a constant acceleration. Therefore, graph should be something like this. Graph should be something like this. So these horizontal lines, actually, these should be dotted lines because they are not continuous lines. Only yellow color line should be a continuous line. This horizontal two lines should be dotted lines. Draw the graph here. Draw the graph as usual. This one should also be a dotted line. So as usual, I have completed a triangle here. So as usual, these brown color lines should be dotted lines, but it's very difficult for me to draw dotted lines. Therefore, I have used continuous lines, but you may use dotted lines. Draw it there for question number 2, quick. And at the same time, I'll name the triangle as A, B, C. Name it as ABC, right? And I'll mark this and I'll mark the angle as theta, tan theta, because I will need tan theta for the gradient. Start. Time taken for the motion, how many seconds, dear? 60 seconds, right? It's 60 seconds, right? I have to mark 2 more points. Let me take it as C. No, D, ABC mark. So D and the other point as E. So I have marked some other points. E is actually 0, 0 point. E is 0, 0 point. So I have marked some other points also. So this is the graph. This yellow color line is the graph. The brown color line should be dotted lines. Complete it. So this is theory paper 1. We have already answered these questions by using linear motion equations. Today I'm going to answer the same questions by using graphs method. That's it. Draw it quick. Right. Lama, is video clear for all? Hello?
Yes, sir.
No problem, right?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Right. So if anybody has it means if video is not clear, you have to check your data connection. At the same time, check your uh, device. If it is in higher temperature, if it is hot, so you will get a low video quality. Right. So more than 90% of them should inform me that video is clear. So if it is not clear for you, definitely the problem is your data connection or the temperature of your device. If your device is at a higher temperature, you get very low video and audio quality. So it's better to keep a fan closer to the device that you use to connect to the class. And the other thing is, if you use a Wi-Fi router to join to the class, you get very low video quality. That's the big problem. So it's better to use mobile phone data, right? So if you have a phone, you just turn it on and you can share your mobile phone data connection by using a hotspot. That's the best way. Wi-Fi routers definitely will give you a very low video quality and audio quality. Right. Let's try for the right. Let's try for this question. Right. So what is this height? Let me mark and ask, what is this height, Lamoy?
48, sir.
It should be 48. So please mark this height as 48 because this is 0, this is 48. So 0 to 48 is 48. So please mark this height as 48. Right. So if it, the next thing is, what is this height? What is this height?
6, sir.
It is 6. See, because the rocket starts the motion at 6. This is 0, 0 to 8, 0 to 6, 6. So that is 6. Right, mark them there. If this is 48 and if this is 6, right, the most important height. What about this height?
42.
That is 42. So please mark it as 42. Right. Then we already know that ED length is 60, AB is also 60, right? Right. So please mark them all. And mark this angle. I forgot one more thing. You should mark the angle as 48. Sorry, theta. Mark the angle here as theta. This one. This is theta. Because we will need tan theta to find the acceleration. This angle is theta. Okay. Right now, let's try to find the acceleration. They ask us to find acceleration and displacement. So acceleration is the gradient of the graph, that is tan theta. So let me directly use this equation. So tan theta is opposite side divided by adjacent side. Opposite side is BC, adjacent side is AB. So here we have to change. Opposite side is BC, adjacent side is AB. Right? So what is BC, dear? Can somebody tell me what BC?
42, sir.
Very good. BC is 42, AB is 60, right? So you should identify that both 42 and 60 can be divided by 6. Right? So please write this and find the acceleration. Send your answer to my Zoom chat. You can send me the answer as a fraction. No need to divide. If it is difficult, divide. If you can easily divide, no problem, divide it. Send your answers to my Zoom chat. So what is the answer? 42 divided by 6 is 7. 60 divided by 6 is 10. So 7 over 10 means 0.7. Do not forget to write the units, meter per second. Who got this answer? Please raise your hand up. Please raise your hand up if you got this answer. Right. Very good. Right. How do you find the displacement there? So displacement is area under the graph. But here graph is not simply a triangle. You check. The graph is not a triangle. So area under the graph means you should consider this entire area, not only the area of ABC triangle. You must consider up to the time axis. It means ABC triangle and ABDE rectangle. You should consider both. Right? So when you say area under the graph, you should take the area up to the time axis, right? So not only the ABC triangle. So area under the graph means, listen to me carefully, area of ABC triangle plus area of ABDE rectangle. You should take the entire area. Can you find the displacement and send your answer to my Zoom chat there? Give a try. Find the displacement, send your answer to my Zoom chat. right? Many of you have sent me the answers. I'm so happy, right? Let me check. Let me check whether your answers are correct. Area of a triangle. Area of a triangle is half into base into perpendicular height. Half into base is AB into perpendicular height BC. Area for rectangle, length into width. Length is EA and width is ED, or you can use the other way. EA into ED is the area of the rectangle, right? So let me use the numerical values and find the final answers. Let me move this little bit up. Right, so I can keep it here. Right, so half into AB. AB is 60. AB is 60. BC is 42 plus EA is 6. ED is 60. So let me check. We can divide this 60 by 2. We can divide this 60 by 2, so it will be 30. It will be 30 into 42. You have to multiply 30 by 42 plus 6 times 6, 36, 360, right? So 30 into 42 is also very simple thing. You can easily simplify it. It's not such a big thing, right? Because just put the 0 and multiply by 3. Just write the 0. Just write the 0 and multiply by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. Right? 360. Right? So if we add 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 6 is 12. 1 remaining. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And 1 remaining. So this one only will be there. So that is 1620 unit is meter. Who got this answer? Samai? Please raise your hand up if you got this answer. The total displacement as 1620 meter. Okay, very good. Nice. So we have successfully answered the graphs question number 2 by using graphs method. So it's not such a big thing there. All the questions are similar. Whatever the complex questions given on the graphs, this is what you want to do. Not more than this. So simple. Right. The only the biggest advantage here is you have answered all of these questions by using linear motion equations. So already you know the answers. Right. Please send a message to Zoom chat saying done if you have answered all these, if you have written all these things, because now I can go for question number 3. Right. Please send a message to Zoom chat saying done. So I'll go to question number 3. Right. I think time is enough for you to write all the things. So I'll erase all these things and I'll try for question number 3. Let me give a try for question number 3. Let me move all these things away. Question number 3. We have to erase these things. Can you see the question? A toy car starts to move at rest. Let me move it a little bit up. A toy car starts to move at rest along a straight line path, right? It moves with the constant acceleration of 1/5/4 for the first 40 seconds. Then it starts to decelerate and comes to rest within 24 seconds. So you can identify two different time durations. If you read the question, you should be able to identify two different time durations. What are two different time durations there? The first 40 seconds and the last 24 seconds. Am I right there? Read the question. Check whether you can identify these two time durations. So therefore, when we draw the graph, we need a bigger time axis, right? We need a bigger time axis because there are two different time durations, right? The time is t measured with seconds, right? And the velocity is v measured with meters per second, right? So first thing is you must mark you should name the axis. Axis is the plural word for axis. And you should you should give the units. Name the axis and give the units. That's very important. So after that, let me mark the two different time durations. That's very, very important. A toy car starts to move at rest along a straight path. It moves with a constant acceleration of 1/5. So initially, the car has a constant acceleration starting from 0, right? Then the time duration. So it's better if you use a dotted line, but unfortunately, it will be difficult for me to mark dotted lines, but I'll try to draw at least 3 dots. So this is the first time duration, right? So during the first, how many seconds there? During the first 40 seconds, right? So during the first 40 seconds, the car travels with a constant acceleration. So this is, let me mark it as T1, that is 40 seconds, right? That is 40 seconds, right? During the next 24 seconds, it decelerates. So how do you represent deceleration in a velocity time graph here? Deceleration is represented by a line like this, and it comes to rest. Therefore, this line should go to 0, should be 0. The time durations are not equal. Therefore, the graph, the two straight lines should have two different shapes. So this is 40 and this will be 24. Draw the graph here, quick. Everybody, please draw the graph. So this is the second time duration, that is 24. Everybody, please draw the graph. Right? and let me name it as ABCD or something, and we have to mark two angles because sometimes we have to find accelerations, decelerations, right? Right, draw the graph, dear, quick. Right. Did you draw the graph, dear? Lamai?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mark this angle as alpha and mark this angle as beta. Right. So do we know the a toy car starts move at rest along a straight line path? It moves with a constant acceleration. So they have given all the details, but they have not given the velocity. Maximum velocity. They ask us to find the maximum velocity. So velocity is maximum at the end of the accelerating time period. Because in acceleration, velocity increases. So when the acceleration is stopped, the velocity has reached to the maximum value. So acceleration will be maximum at the end of the time period. So if this is 0, if you go up, the maximum velocity is here. Even it can be seen clearly from the graph. So the maximum velocity is here. At this point, the velocity is maximum. So let me mark it as Vmax. Mark it there, quick. And let me name the triangle like this A. So because we need some letters to identify the section. So let me mark it as A and this point as B. So I have to mark the point B inside this. And this is C. ABC triangle as usual and BCD triangle. So let me mark this point as D. So please mark ABCD points on the graph here. Capital A point is on the 0th line there, 0. Here this is 0, right? Right. So first thing that they have asked us to find is the maximum velocity. So if this is Vmax, if this is 0, what should be this height? Let me mark it first. What should be this height there? This height.
Vmax.
That is Vmax. If it is Vmax, because this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that, this is Vmax. So if it is Vmax, what should be BC height there? What should be BC height?
Vmax, sir.
BC height should also be Vmax. Right. So now we can find, they have given us the acceleration. So what's the equation that can be used to find acceleration there? This is acceleration is the tan value. So that is, here it is not tan theta, it should be tan angle is not theta, so it should be tan alpha. Write it here. This right, acceleration equals tan alpha. They have given the acceleration as 1/5, right? They have given acceleration as 1/5 from according to this triangle. What is tan alpha here? According to triangle, ABC triangle, tan alpha means BC, opposite side, divided by adjacent side, that is AB. Can you do the rest and find something from this? What can you find from this? Give a try. Sorry, alpha. I'll mark alpha, sorry. Tan alpha, right? So acceleration is given as 1/5, that is BC over AB, right? So this is 1/5 equals BC is Vmax. Can somebody tell me what AB is, Lamai?
40, sir.
AB is 40, yes. Can you find Vmax from this and send your answer to my Zoom chat? So if you take 40 to other side, you can find Vmax easily, right? So let me write it here. 1/5 into 40 equals Vmax, like this, right? So 40 divided by 5, that's how it can be seen, right? So 40 divided by 5 is 8, so you get Vmax equals 40 meters per second. That's it. Who got this answer? Sorry, 40 divided by 5 is 8. 8 meter per second. Who got this answer? Please raise your hand up. Who got this answer? Vmax, maximum velocity reached by the object, this moving object, is 8 meter per second. Who got this answer, Lamai? Okay, very good. So now we know the maximum velocity. They have given us the acceleration. They ask us to find the deceleration also. How do you find deceleration? Whether it is acceleration or deceleration, always tan, right? So tan alpha is acceleration. So what should be deceleration, Lamai? Somebody?
Tan beta, sir.
Tan beta.
Tan beta, very good. So deceleration equals, please write the equation. Deceleration equals tan beta, right? I think from this you can easily find the deceleration. I think you don't want even my help. So you should use this, the other side, other graph. It means CD graph, this one. So you should use BCD triangle to find deceleration. So tan beta means opposite side divided by adjacent side. So opposite side is opposite of beta is BC. Adjacent of beta is BD. Can you do the rest and find deceleration? Send your answers to my soup chat. If you use the term deceleration, the answer is positive, right? Answer will be negative if you use acceleration when there is a deceleration. When an object is moving with the deceleration, if you use the term acceleration, then the answer will be minus. But if you directly use the term deceleration, for a deceleration, that's the answer is positive. Okay, dear. Find the deceleration and send your answer to my Zoom chat. I'm waiting. So what is deceleration, dear? BC is BC height is Vmax. Am I right? Is it correct, dear? BC height is equal to Vmax. You just check the figure here. They are parallel, and BC is Vmax. Divided by BD is 24. But we have found Vmax. We have found Vmax as 8. So divided by 24. 8 and 24 both can be divided by 8. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 24 divided by 8 is 3. For micro questions, you can keep the answers as fractions, but in the exam, you have to divide 1 by 3 and you have to keep the answer with 2 decimal places. But it's enough for this fraction answer is enough for micro question. Who got this answer? Deceleration equals 1/3 meter per square seconds. Who got this? Please raise your hand up in the Zoom chat. Okay, very good. Nice. Excellent. Right, then they have asked us to find the total displacement. Let me erase this side because I don't have enough space to write the things. So how do you find the total displacement? We have found the maximum velocity. We have found deceleration. We want to find the total displacement. What's the equation that can be used to find total displacement, Lamai?
Area under the graph.
Area under the graph. So how many graph sections? Very good. How many graph sections are there? You should identify this ABC triangular section, and you should identify this BCD triangular section. So once you say displacement equals area under the graph, actually there are two sections. Displacement equals area under the graph. There are two sections. So area of ABC triangle and area of BCD triangle. Am I right? Area of ABC and area of BCD. So there are two triangles. What is the area of ABC triangle? That is half into Lamai. Half into
Base into height.
Into BC.
very good. Half into base into perpendicular height. Half into base. Base is AB into perpendicular height, that is BC, plus the other triangle, again half into base, that is BD, into perpendicular height, that is BC. Can you do the rest and find the displacement here? Can you do the rest and find the total displacement and send you answers to my Zoom chat quick? Have you found the displacement? Lamai, have you found the displacement? Yeah, some student had sent me the answers. Let me check. Half into AB is 40 into BC, that is, what is BC dear? Yeah, BC is Vmax, you see, this BC is Vmax. BC is Vmax and we have found Vmax as 8. But yeah, BC is equal to Vmax and it is equal to 8 plus half into BD. BD is 24 and perpendicular height BC, that is again BC is equal to Vmax and Vmax is 8. So like that's very easy to simplify. So 40 divided by 2 is 20. 40 divided by 2 is 20 into 8 plus 24 divided by 2 is 12 into 8. So that's so simple, right? Now no big calculations here. 8 times 20, actually just write 8 times 0, 0, 8 times 2, 16. So that is 160, am I right? Plus 2 times 8 is 16, 1 remaining, 2 times 1, 2 plus 1, 9, 96. So if you add them, you will get that 0 plus 6 is 6. 6 plus 9 is 15. Remaining 1, with this one, it will be 256. Is it correct here? Who got the answer as 256 meter? Lamai? Very good. Excellent. So we have successfully answered. We have answered, we have found the total, we have found the maximum velocity, we have found deceleration, we have found acceleration, and we have found total displacement. So we have successfully answered question number 3. If you have missed anything, please write them all here. Please complete if you have missed anything. Right. I think time is enough. Shall we go for question number 4 here? If you have written all these things, send a message to Zoom chat saying done. Then I'll go for question number 4. If you have found any difficulty when you obtain the answers when you use linear motion equations, today I'm using graphs only. But if you have found any difficulty to solve these problems when you use linear motion equations, just take a photo and send to my WhatsApp so I can help you. Take a photo of your calculation simplifications and send to my WhatsApp so I can definitely help you. Right. So I think time is more than enough for you to write all these things. Let me erase all the things and let me go for the next question number 4. Right. So here I have to erase all these things. What about question number 4? Let me move it up. Right. I think you can see it. A car starts to move at rest. You have to erase a lot of things are there. It's difficult to see them. Oh. Okay, now you are able to see all the things. Right. What's it? A car starts to move at rest. It travels first 3 kilometers with a constant acceleration. Then it travels a distance of 7 kilometers with the obtained constant velocity. So initially acceleration, then constant velocity, then it decelerates and comes to rest. So the total time taken for the journey is 15 minutes. So I'm not interested. That data can be used at the end of the question. It has 3 different motions. First 3 kilometers, constant acceleration. The next 7 kilometers, constant velocity. And the final 2.5 kilometers with the constant deceleration. And finally, it comes to rest. So how do you represent this motion in a graph, dear? Right. So I can use the same graph as earlier, right? The total time taken is 15 minutes. They ask us to find acceleration, maximum velocity, and deceleration, right? I'll cover them all like this, and I can use the same graph like this. The only difference is we have acceleration, we have deceleration, but in between acceleration and deceleration, there is a constant velocity section. That's all. That's the only difference. In between acceleration and deceleration, we have a constant velocity section. That's the only difference, right? Okay. So I just want to draw one more line. Look at board carefully. AC acceleration and this line constant velocity and deceleration comes first. That's it. So this is the graph. Draw it and let's mark all alpha, beta, gamma, and all the other data. First you draw them there. So simple. AC acceleration, if I put D here, AD constant velocity, and if I want, I can write E here, DE deceleration, AC acceleration, CD constant velocity, and DE constant deceleration. That's all. Draw the graph here, quick, draw it. If you check carefully, they have not given this T1, T2, T3 time duration separately. Check it there. They have not given T1 duration, T2 duration, and T3 time duration. They have not given them separately, but they have given the total time. So it means if you add T1 plus T2 plus T3, that will be the total time. So they have given the total time as 15 seconds or something. 15 minutes, not seconds. They have given total time as 15 seconds. Right, so I want one more letter, A, C, D, A, B, C triangle, D, E, F. I need one more letter here. I want one more letter here. Let me mark it as F. Now everything is perfect. Right, no. Right, so AC constant acceleration, CD constant velocity, DE constant deceleration. This angle bit, I have to move that one also. This is the angle beta. We will need it to find the deceleration. Perfect. Draw it. Once you have drawn the graph, send me a message to the Zoom chat saying done. If you have found any difficulty when you try to solve these problems by using linear motion equations, the best thing is take a photo of your simplifications, take a photo of your equations and send to my WhatsApp so I can help you. Right. May I write an equation like this there? Look at board. Displacement with the acceleration. If I write something like this, look at board. If I write that displacement with the acceleration, that is again area under the graph. Acceleration is there for a period of t1 seconds. So displacement with the acceleration means area under the AC line. So it means area of ABC triangle. Am I right here? That is the area of ABC triangle. Am I right, Lamai? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Right. So, but they have given this area, this displacement. Car starts to move at rest. It travels first 3 kilometers with the constant acceleration. So 3 kilometers, but we have to convert kilometer into meter. I will do it later. What is area of ABC triangle here? What is area of ABC triangle? That is half into base, that is AB into perpendicular height BC. From this equation, can you subject T1 here? Give a try. Write this equation. Write the displacement with the acceleration. That is the area of ABC triangle. That is given as 3 kilometer. You have to convert kilometer into meter. And try to subject T1 from this equation. Give a try, dear. And send you expression to my Zoom chat. So 3 kilometer means 3,000 meter. That is not, it's not such a big thing. Actually, that is nothing. Half into AB. AB is T1. We don't know what the T1 is. BC. What is BC here? A, that is BC. BC is, can somebody tell me what the BC is? We don't know actually what the BC height is, but BC height should be equal to Vmax. BC height should be equal to Vmax. So the method is just take this 2 to this side. So it will be 3,000 times 2 and take Vmax also to the other side. So division 2 goes as multiplication. Multiplication Vmax goes as division. So then 3,000 into 2 divided by Vmax, right, equals to T1. Am I right there? Who got this expression? And mark it as equation number 1. Lamai, who got this expression, please raise your hand up in Zoom chat if you got this expression. Okay, very good. And similarly, try to find this. That is displacement with the constant velocity. Can you give a try here? Displacement with the constant velocity. Again, it is area under the graph, yes, but here the area under the graph is area of area of CDFB rectangle. From this, can you subject capital T2 here? Write this, try to subject simple T2, try to subject simple T2 and send your answer to my Zoom chat. displacement with the constant velocity, that is area under the graph, that is the area of CDFB. Write the expression, try to obtain an expression for T2 and send your answers to my Zoom chat. Right here. So what is the expression that you have obtained here? Displacement with the constant velocity, they have given it as 7. They have given us the displacement with constant velocity as 7 kilometer. But you must convert this into meter, right? 7 kilometer means 7,000 meter. We will convert it later. So it's a rectangle. CDFB is a rectangle. Therefore, the equation is BC, length into width. That is BF. BC into BF. Let me move it here. So 7 kilometer means 7,000 meters. 7,000 meters into BC is V max. Yeah, BC is V max. You check it. I'll move it up. BC is V max. BC is V max into BF is T2. Right? So just take V max to the other side so you can subject T2. If you take T to the other side, you can subject, sorry, if you take V max to the other side, you can subject V max. So 7,000 divided by, take V max to this side. So sorry, take V max to this side. So 7,000 divided by V max equals T2. And let me mark this as my second equation. Who got this answer? Who got this expression? Lamai, please raise your hand up if you got this expression. Okay, very good. Now we have two expressions, one for T1, the other one for T2. We have two expressions, one for T1, the other one for T2. Right. We want one more expression. I'll try to obtain that expression for T3. So let me keep T1 expression somewhere here. Because I have to manage all the space, right? T1 expression I'll keep here, and I'm going to write another expression. I'll take it here and I'll keep there, right? So space is nicely managed, right? So I'm going to write another expression, the displacement with, here earlier it was acceleration, now with deceleration. So the displacement with the deceleration is, that is DEF rectangle, area of the last triangle, area of DEF triangle. Displacement with the deceleration, they have given it as 2.5 kilometer. 2.5 kilometer. The area of a triangle is, as usual, half into base, that is FE, into perpendicular height, that is FD. Can you do the rest? Subject T2, obtain an expression for T2 and send it to my Zoom chat. Obtain an expression for simple T2 and send it to my Zoom chat. Start there. Right. Let me keep it here. Right. Okay. FE is T3. FD is V max. So 2.5 kilometer means 2,500 meter. I think everybody knows it. I think nobody wants my help to convert 2.5 kilometer into meters. I think nobody wants my help. So divided, this is half. FE is T3. FD is V max. We don't know both. Yeah, we don't know both V max and T3, but I'll take these two. Division 2 goes to this 2,500 side as multiplication 2. Multiplication V max goes to the other side as division V max. So you will get something like this: 2,500 times 2 divided by multiplication V max come to this side as division V max. So other side you have only T3. Lamai, who got this expression, please raise your hand. Just raise your hand up in Zoom chat if you got this and let me mark it as 3. Who got this answer, Lamai? Right, very good. So now we have 3 expressions for T1, T2 and T3. But why did I obtain 3 expressions? Can somebody tell me this? I have obtained 3 expressions for T1, T2 and T3. Can somebody tell me the reason? Can somebody guess?
We can add this total time, sir.
Again, I didn't hear you properly. Both of you, I didn't hear properly. Again?
To get the time separately, sir, for T1, T2, T3.
Yeah, I have obtained expression for the time duration separate T1, T2, T3. But why? Can somebody guess?
We can add these 3 equations and find total time taken.
Very good. We can add the two T1, T2, T3, and we can find the total time duration. Sometimes other students may told the same thing, but I didn't hear you properly. Only the last one I heard properly. So as we have expressions for T1, T2, T3 separately, we can add them and we can obtain a single expression for the total time duration. So I think you have written all these things. Just write the total time taken equals T1 plus T2 plus T3 and substitute values that expressions, substitute the expressions that you have obtained for T1, T2 and T3. Then you will be able to obtain a single expression. Actually, you will be able to obtain Vmax. Let me write this. So here, this is the second equation. Let me erase these things and let me keep the second equation here. Right. So look at both these. So I can write that total time taken. Total time taken is T1 plus T2 plus T3. For the three expressions, they have given total time as 15 minutes. We have to convert minutes into seconds because T1, T2, T3 is in seconds. T1 is 3000 times 2 divided by Vmax. Am I right there? Am I right? See, first equation, 3000 times 2 divided by Vmax is T1. T2 is, here, second one, second equation, 7000 divided by Vmax. 7000 divided by Vmax. And the third expression is, right, T3. Here, you can't see the T3 properly. Here, T3 is 2500 times 2 divided by Vmax. T3 is 2500 times 2 divided by Vmax. Can you do the rest and find Vmax, dear? 2500 times 2, ne? Yes. Divided by Vmax. Can you do the rest and rest of the simplification and find Vmax? And do not forget to convert minutes into seconds, dear. Do not forget to convert minutes into seconds. Find Vmax and send your answer to my Zoom chat. Start. What is Vmax, dear? Lamai? Some student had sent me the answer. I'm so happy. So the point here is, I think we don't want that. Let me erase the rest of the third equation. I think we don't want it. And let me keep the third equation somewhere here, right? So the problem is, if actually not the problem, the advantage is Vmax is common for everything. 15 minutes to convert minutes into second, you should multiply it by 60 because 1 minute is 60 seconds. 3000 to 3000 times 2 is 6000 plus 7000. 2500 times 2 is 5000 and Vmax is common for all. Therefore, Vmax is the common denominator. That's the first thing that you should identify. For all the three denominators, Vmax is common. Therefore, common denominator is Vmax. And now, the next thing is interchange the terms there. See, you can take Vmax to this side and 60 into 15 to this side. That's what you want to do next, right? So you can subject Vmax like this. Vmax equal, what is 6000 plus 7000 plus 5000 here? 6000 plus 7000, 13,000 plus 5000 is 18,000 divided by 15 into 60. 15 into 60 is it 900? I don't know, check. So then you get,
Yes, so that's 900.
that is 900. Yeah, very good, thank you. So 18,000 divided by 900. So if you divide, what will be the final answer? Lamai, help me. Hello.
20
sir.
meter.
2 zeros and 2 zeros can be cancelled out. Yeah, it's very simple. 2 zeros and 2 zeros can be cancelled out. 180 divided by 900. 18 divided by 9 is 2 and 20. Am I right there? Maximum velocity is 20 meter per second. Is it correct? Who got this answer? If so, please raise your hand up. Maximum velocity obtained by the object is 20 meter per second. If you got this answer, please raise your hand up in the Zoom chat. Wow. Excellent. Very good. I'm so happy. Lamai, please do something like this. Please find T1, T2, T3. It's not asking the question, but would you please find T1, T2, T3 and send your answer to my Zoom chat quick. Give a try. Right. So, yeah, I'm so happy because almost all the students got the answer. So as a teacher, I'm very happy with it. Right. So we have found Vmax. We found Vmax as 20. We have found Vmax as 20 meter per second. That is the maximum velocity. In the question, it is not asked us to find the T1, T2, T3, but I would like if you find them because I want to show you something. If you use the equation number 1, if you use equation number 1 from 1, right? T1 is equal to 3000 times 2 divided by Vmax. Right? So T1 equals 3000 times 2 is 6000. Vmax we have found it as 20. So one of the zeros can be cancelled at 0 and 0 cancelled out. So we have 600 divided by 2. 600 divided by 2 means 300. So T1 is 300 seconds. Now, who got this answer? Please raise your hand up. 300 seconds, T1. Please raise your hand up if you got this answer. Okay, good, nice, excellent. Very good. So like that, use equation number 2 and find T2. Use equation number 2 and find T2 there. And send your answers to my Zoom chat. So simply write from equation number 2, right? And find Vmax. So equation number 2 tells us 7000 divided by Vmax equals T2. Right. So we know that T2 equals 7000 divided by Vmax. We know that Vmax is 20. So this 0 and this 0 cancelled out. This is 700, this is 2. So 700 divided by 2 is 350. So we will get 350 seconds. Who got this answer, Lamai? Who got this answer? Please raise your hands up in the Zoom chat. Okay, very good, excellent. So we found that T1 300 seconds, T2 350 seconds. We want to find only T3. Use equation number 3 and find T3 dear, quick. Right. Now T3, yes. So let me write like this. From equation number 3, 3000 times 2 divided by Vmax equals T3. From this we can find T3. So there's a reason for me to ask you to find this T1, T2, T3 here, because we can check whether we have obtained the correct answer. Right? Look at board. So 2,500 times 2, that is 5,000. So it means T3 equals 5,000 divided by V max. 5,000 divided by V max. We know that V max is 20. So we can cancel out this 0 and this 0. 500 divided by 2 is 250. Unit is meter per second. Who got this? Sorry, unit is time. Time is not meter per second, it's second. Who got this answer, Lamai? Right. So now please add T1, T2, T3 values and check whether you get 900, because total time duration is 900 seconds. 15 minutes mean 900 seconds. Add T1, T2, T3 and check whether you get 900, because total time duration is 900 seconds. 15 minutes means 900 seconds. If all of your calculations are correct, you must get T1 plus T2 plus T3 as 900. Check there, please. So if you add T1, T2, T3, T1 is 300, T2 is 350, T3 is 250. So 350 plus 250 is 600. 600 plus this 300 is 900. So that is correct. So it is 900 seconds means 15 minutes, correct. So all of our answers are correct. Right. Now let's go to, let's check the question. Right. May I erase all these things, dear? Who wants any more time to write the things? Now may I erase the things? Please raise your hand up in the Zoom chat if you want any more time to write these things. Okay, right. I'll erase. Right. So we know T1, T2, T3, we know Vmax. I think they have asked us to find, yeah, acceleration, maximum velocity, and deceleration. Simple A, acceleration, simple B, maximum velocity. We have already found it, and deceleration. So how do you find acceleration here? So acceleration is tan alpha. Can you find it without my help? Acceleration is tan alpha. Find it without my help here. From ABC triangle, yes, why not? From ABC triangle, according to ABC triangle, tan alpha means opposite side BC divided by adjacent side AB. So tan alpha equals opposite side BC divided by adjacent side AB, right? BC is Vmax, right? Yeah. BC is Vmax. BC is Vmax and AB is T1. Vmax is 20. Can somebody tell me what T1 is? Lamai, please help me. What is T1?
300 seconds, sir.
300 seconds. Thank you. Thank you very much. So now you can cancel out this 0 and this 0. Then you get 2 divided by 30. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 30 divided by 2 is 15. So you get 1 over 15. So it is acceleration. What is the unit there? Do not write, forget to unit there. ms minus 2. Do not forget to write units. 1 over 15 meter per square seconds. In the examination, yes, you have to divide. But for my corrections, that's enough. Just keep write it there. Right. So the next thing is deceleration. What is deceleration from this dear? Deceleration can be found by the other triangle, that is DEF triangle, that is tan beta. Deceleration is tan beta. Can you find deceleration is tan beta? Tan beta means from DEF triangle, that is opposite side divided by adjacent side. Opposite side is DF or if D anything, no problem. Opposite side is DF or if D divided by adjacent side is FE. Right? So DF, I'll put the question marks like this. DF is equal to Vmax. FE is T3. We know that Vmax is 20. Tamai, somebody please unmute the mic and tell me what the T3 is. Hello.
250 seconds.
250 seconds. Thank you very much, dear. 250 seconds. Now we can cancel out this 0 and this 0. 0, 0 cancelled out. You just get 2 over 25. Am I right, dear? That is 2 over 25. Please do not forget to write units, that is ms minus 2. 2 over 25 meter per square seconds. Once you use the term deceleration for a deceleration, no need to write a minus sign. But if you use acceleration, when there is a deceleration, then there will be a minus sign. So do not be confused with the minus sign. When there is a deceleration, if you write acceleration for it, then you get a minus sign. When there is a deceleration, if you write deceleration as deceleration, then there is no minus sign. Complete it there. Write them all. Once you have written them all, send a message to my Zoom chat saying done. Then let's go to the next question. Right. I think time is enough. Shall we go to the next question, dear? If you want any more time, write. If you have written all these things, send a message to Zoom chat saying done. Yeah, we have to find T1 and T3, obviously. Yes. We found T2 because we want to check whether the answers are correct. If you have written all these things, send a message to Zoom chat saying done. Then I'll go to the last question, question number 5. That is the last one. Is there anybody who wants more time to write the things? Lamai, please raise your hand up if you want any more time to write the things. If not, I'm going to go to the next question. Right. Look at board. Let me raise the things. Oh, I can move the things into the opposite direction like this. So you will be able to see the last question. Yeah, that method works perfectly. So what is last question, dear? We have erased a lot of things, right? An object starts to move at rest. It travels acceleration along a straight road with a constant acceleration of alpha, and then it decelerates with a constant rate beta and comes rate. So it has only acceleration and deceleration. So I can easily draw the graph, right? This object has only an acceleration. Acceleration means this kind of a line, and a deceleration. We check the question, you can identify it that this object has only an acceleration and a deceleration like this. The two lines will not be the two graphs will not be equal. Equal curvature will not be there, equal gradient will not be there because they have different accelerations. So here I can't use alpha beta any further because they have given acceleration as alpha and deceleration as beta, right? So the object travels with an acceleration for a period of t1 second, decelerates for a period of t2 seconds, right? So let me use it like this. Just wait until I draw the graph. Once I draw the graph, you can understand everything, right? I'm trying to save the time also. So it accelerates for a period of t1 seconds. We don't know what the t1 is. Unfortunately, they have not given. We have to find it. Mark it properly. Yeah. So t1 and the at the end of acceleration, this is acceleration. At the end of acceleration, we have the maximum velocity, right? So we don't want this. And this is the time duration t2, right? So during the within t2 seconds, it decelerates, right? So let me name the triangle graphs as A as usual, Z, this is the point B, and this is the point D. So this is the graph. Now, now you have enough space. We have enough space to read the question properly, right? Now read the question, check whether you can understand the shape of the graph. See, an object starts to move at rest, starting velocity 0, and travels along a straight road with a constant acceleration of alpha. So acceleration, constant acceleration. Then it decelerates with the constant rate beta. So deceleration, constant deceleration is beta, and comes rest, final velocity 0. The total displacement of the object is S. We can use it later. Draw the graph here. Draw this graph here. We cannot use alpha and beta for the angles because they have used alpha and beta for the accelerations and decelerations. Draw the graph here quick. Lamai, we have to mark these angles somehow. So they have already used alpha and beta. So let me mark this angle as theta, dear. Theta. And this angle we have to use something because they have used alpha and beta. So let me mark this angle as gamma. So theta and gamma are the two angles. From the two angles, we can find the tan theta and tan gamma will be acceleration and deceleration. So let me use this equation. Acceleration equals tan theta. Let me use the equation. Acceleration equals tan theta like this. So they have given us acceleration as alpha. That's the point. They have given us acceleration as alpha. So normally we use A1, A2 like the, A3 like that, but they have used alpha. So let's use it. No problem. So acceleration is alpha. It is equal to tan theta, and tan theta equals to opposite side divided by adjacent side. So opposite side is BC, adjacent side is AC, right? So then BC is, what is BC height? Can somebody tell me what the BC height is? What is this height, dear? BC height means actually this side. Yes, dear?
V max, sir.
V max, very good. So that height is V max. So this height is V max, right? Please mark that one also, we will need it, right? So this is V max, right? Let's continue this. BC is V max. AC, sorry, that is wrong. Opposite side is BC divided by adjacent side is not AC, AB, sorry, AB. Opposite is BC, adjacent is AB. So V max divided by AB is T1. Unfortunately, we don't know what the T1 is, right? So we have obtained that alpha equals, what's the final thing that we have obtained here? Alpha equals V max divided by T1. Right. So what are the things that they have given? They have asked us to find the maximum velocity with alpha, beta, and S. What can we do here? They have given us the total displacement S. What can we do? T1 is a term not in our experience. So I'll do something like this. Let me do something like this. Let me take T1 to this side and alpha to this side. So I can subject T1. So let me subject T1. I'll write it here. So T1 equals, I'm using cross multiplication. That's simply I'm using cross multiplication. So I get T1 equals, this side I have V max divided by alpha. Am I right? T1 is, I'm using this expression and I get T1 equals V max over alpha. Am I right, dear Lamai? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Right. Thank you. Please, I'm very happy when students reply me, right? So T1
Yes,
equals V max. So if you won't actually, let me mark this as the first equation. T1 equals V max over alpha. I have marked it as the first equation. Write them all here, and similarly write the same expression for deceleration. Write them all, draw the graph. Okay, I think I have given you more than enough time. Time was too much. Yes, sorry. So let's continue. What about the deceleration, dear? So I'll erase this there because I have to manage. So I'll erase this. I have to erase this. Then only I'll have enough space. Right. What is the deceleration equation, Lamai?
Tan gamma, sir.
Yeah, tan gamma, very good. So it's somewhat difficult to erase when I write the things. Right, very good. So that is tan gamma. So let me write like this. Everybody please write with me. Deceleration equals tan gamma. Tan gamma. So let me write like this. Gamma deceleration they have given as beta. That's the case. So it's somewhat difficult for me to draw, but I'll try my maximum. So deceleration they have given it as beta equals, what is tan gamma dear? According to the second triangle, tan gamma is opposite side. I'm talking about BCD triangle. I'm talking about BCD triangle. Tan gamma means opposite side BC divided by adjacent side BD, right? So then we get tan gamma equals BC is again equal to V max. So V should be capital, then it can be seen separately. V max divided by BD. BD is T2. From this also, I'm going to use cross multiplication. I'm going to subject T2. Actually, from this also, I'm going to subject T2, right? So here we have beta. This is beta, right? I'll do something like this. I use cross multiplication. I'll take T2 to this side and beta to the other side. So I can subject T2. So if I subject T2, I'll write somewhere here. It's okay, right here. So I can write that T2 equals, let me change the color. From this T2 equals, yeah, V max divided by beta. Right, please write it there. Please write the T1 and T2 expressions. Write them all. Right, so we have expressions for T1 and T2. Yeah, I forgot to, yes, dear, I forgot to mark this as our second equation. I'll mark, okay, your teacher once and mark here. Now, okay, right? So I mark it. Now you're happy, right? So we have 1 and 2 equations. First equation gives us expression for T1. The second one gives us expression for T2. What about the total displacement, dear? Lamai, how do you find the total displacement from this, dear? They ask us to show the maximum velocity as this and total time taken as this. They have given total displacement as Sn. I need some space, so I'll arrange the space like this for my next calculations. Right now, we have enough space. So how do you find the total displacement there? Lamai? Hello? Lamai, what is the method that I should use to find total displacement?
Area under the graph.
Very good. Area under the total graph. Very good. Area under the total graph. Or let me say simply graph. So we have two sections. First one is ABC triangle. Second one is BC triangle. They have given the total displacement. That's the point there. They have given us total displacement as S. So here I would like to use capital S. So total displacement equals area under the graph. So it means area of ABC triangle plus area of BCD triangle. So then we will get S equals same equation, half into Lamai, base into perpendicular height. So S into half into base AB, perpendicular height, that is BC, plus half into base, that is BD, into perpendicular height. Please write this there. Let's give a try. Into perpendicular height is BC, right? Please write this. Let's give a try. Sometimes we'll be able to find the answer at once. If not, we have to use 1, 2 equations also. But write them all here. So what have you obtained here? What have you obtained here? I gave you enough time to write here. So S, oh, it's not typing, right? S equals half into base AB. AB is T1. Actually, we have an expression for T1 that is Vmax over alpha. Into BC, BC is Vmax. BC is Vmax. Plus again, this is half into BD, that is T2, into BC. BC is again Vmax. Am I right here? I have written up to this, Lamoy.
Yes, sir.
Right now, very good. Now I can take this 2 as common denominator. Can you see this there? This 2 and this 2, it's common denominator. So if I write it, I'll write the expression here. I can write it like this. S equals, actually you here this side you have T1 into Vmax plus again T2 into Vmax, everything divided by 2. Common denominator is 2, right? So I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to take this 2 to this side, right? So then the expression will be S times 2 equals, what is T1 there? T1, according to the first equation, T1 is Vmax over alpha. Am I right there? T1 is Vmax divided by alpha. Into again, you have another Vmax. Another Vmax is there. Plus again, T2, if you consider this T2, it is Vmax divided by beta. Vmax divided by beta. In addition, there is another Vmax. So it means what will you obtain? Actually, you will get Vmax square. Check there. Check. So here, in the place of T1, I can write T1 is equal to Vmax divided by alpha. So I'm going to write like this, Vmax divided by alpha. That's what I'm going to do. Please complete it there. So this is T1 is Vmax divided by alpha. And here for this T2, again, I can write Vmax divided by beta, right? So what's it? T1 is Vmax divided by, T1 is Vmax divided by alpha. Vmax divided by alpha is the acceleration, and T2 is Vmax divided by beta. Beta is the deceleration. Check whether you have obtained this expression. Check whether you are okay up to this expression, dear. For T1 and T2. Are you all okay up to this point, Lamai?
Okay, sir.
Right, very good. So happy when students reply me. Right. So we have expressions, simplify the expression up to this. Okay. So what is Vmax into Vmax? I'll erase this and I can find some space to write. What is Vmax into Vmax, Lamai? Somebody please tell me. Vmax divide into Vmax divide by alpha. What is Vmax multiplied by Vmax?
Vmax square.
Vmax square. 2s into 2 is 2s. S into 2 is 2s equals Vmax into Vmax is Vmax square. You can write it like that. Vmax square divided by alpha and plus again Vmax square. I have to write the square like this. I don't have any other option. So this is Vmax, right? How do we simplify this further here? First Vmax square divided by alpha, second Vmax square divided by beta. Can somebody tell me the next step that I should do here? Think. So easiest method is this, dear. Why can't we look at board, dear? Here I have 2s. I multiply 2s by alpha and beta, right? Here I have V max square. That also multiply by alpha and beta. Plus here I have again V max square, right? Just look at board. And that is also multiplied by alpha beta. So it means, what is my suggestion, dear? I'm asking you to multiply all of these terms by alpha beta. Can you understand it? What am I asking you to do, dear? Multiply all the terms by alpha into beta, right? Try that method, dear. Multiply all of these terms, V max square and this V max square and these 2s, multiply all the things by alpha into beta. So this is alpha here, this is beta. So may I use a different color to show it there? I use a different color. 2s multiplied by alpha times beta. So I use a different color, then it is easy for you to recognize. And first V max square of alpha, I multiply it by alpha times beta. Alpha times beta. The second V max square over beta, I'll multiply that by alpha times beta. So all the terms are multiplied by alpha times beta. Check whether you get something interesting here. What will happen if you multiply like this? I need some white space, so let me do something like this. Right. Right, now we have more than enough space for the simplification. So what will happen then? If you multiply like this, can you recognize that many of the terms cancelled out there? So see, this alpha and this alpha cancelled out. Beta will be there. And this beta and this beta will be cancelled out. Can you see that point here? When you multiply all the terms by alpha times beta, right? Some terms cancelled out like this. Okay. So what are the remaining terms then? What are the remaining terms? Here you have 2s into alpha beta means 2 alpha beta s. 2 alpha beta s will be there and equals V max square. V max square into beta will be there because alpha is cancelled out. Similarly, here you have V max square into beta cancelled out, alpha will be there. And we do not have any denominator terms. Am I right there? Check. Here you have 2 is into alpha beta means 2 alpha beta is. Right? Here we have to simplify. Sorry. Here we have V max square. V max square and here also V max square. So what are the remaining terms? With them alpha cancelled out, beta will be there. See, and here beta cancelled out. This beta and this beta cancelled out, alpha will be there like this. So next step, V max square can be taken out. In the next step, we can take V max square out. Here we have, here we have 2 into alpha into beta into s. And this side, I'm going to open a bracket and I'm going to take V max out from a bracket. So it means something like this. V max square. I'm going to take it out. And what will be the terms inside these two brackets? Beta will be there. Ne? When you take V max square out, this beta will be there. When you take V max square out, this alpha will be there. Right? Can you simplify it further? I think you'll be able to obtain the final answer without any difficulty, right? So what are the final stems? 2 alpha final terms, 2 alpha beta s. I think you are able to see alpha beta s. We have taken V max square out, so beta will be there. Beta will be there. Plus, you have taken V max square out and alpha will be there. So beta plus alpha will be there. So the next step, in the next step, I'll take this beta plus alpha to this side. So V max square can be subjected. Okay, dear. So V max square can be subjected. So what are the remaining terms then? 2 into alpha into beta into s divided by beta plus alpha will be there within this square brackets. And the other side, we have V max square. Check whether I have done all the simplifications correctly. So I can subject V max square like this. I can subject V max square like this. 2 alpha beta s. 2 alpha beta s divided by alpha plus beta, right? Whether you write beta plus alpha or alpha plus beta, no difference, right? Lamai, whether you write alpha plus beta or beta plus alpha, no difference. 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 2 is also 5. So whether you write alpha plus beta or beta plus alpha, no difference. So once you get the square root, you have V max answer. So you get V max equals V max square equals to this. Therefore, V max equals to the square root. So here you have 2 into alpha into beta into s divided by, within brackets you have, in the square brackets you have alpha plus beta. That's it. I think this is the final answer. Am I right, dear? You have this term inside the square root. Am I right, dear? That's what they have asked you to prove. Lamai, is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Right. Very good. So we have obtained the answer successfully, even using the graphs. 2 alpha beta is 2 alpha beta is divided by, whether it is alpha plus beta or beta plus alpha, no difference. Alpha plus beta. That's it. So this is the answer. This is what they have asked us to prove. So this is how we prove the total, maximum velocity obtained by the graph. Okay, dear? Is everything clear?
Yes, sir.
Write them all. And I would like if you try the rest of the question at home and try to find the answer, right? Because the final section I'll show the question one more time. So the final section asks you to find the total time taken for the motions. Better you try it at home and send your answer to my WhatsApp. So I'll be very happy if you send your answer to my WhatsApp by trying for the final section of the question. So I'll give you the answer next week then. So this is the final section. Show that the total time taken for the motion is 2 times alpha plus beta is over alpha beta. So you try to answer this section at home and send your answer to my WhatsApp. Just take a photo of your answer and send it to me. So I think that's enough for today. See you. Take care. Bye.